The Los Angeles Lakers have been one of the most anticipated teams in the NBA since they won it all back in the COVID bubble in 2020. However, they have yet to reach those same heights which could be attributed to newcomer Russell Westbrook. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at his performance since becoming a Laker and see if he can reasonably be seen as the reason or the solution for the Lakers' shortcomings. Is Russ the only reason this team is doing poorly in the standings? Of course, this is a brand new season for the NBA, and as of this recording, all of the teams stand even with a sterling record of 0-0. But when the ball tips off, can Lakers fans expect a season like last, in which the teams finished as the 11th seed in the West with a horrible record of 6 games under 500? Or can we expect something different? And if they are going to see another underperforming team, can all of the team's woes be placed on Russell Westbrook? It is no secret that Russ underperformed last season, especially considering what the Lakers gave up to acquire him. The Lakers sent 2 young studs and fan favorites in Kyle Kuzma and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope the other way in order to acquire Westbrook's services, and yet the extra star power did not help the Lakers reach the postseason. But Westbrook's game simply did not fit into the Lakers' mold last season, but with a new coach, there may be some ability for the once MVP to return to form. Of course, a new coach is no guarantee that he will return to the player he once was and help the aging but talented Lakers make it to the postseason for the first time since they won it all. If Russ wants to become an important part of this squad again, he is going to have to change his game at a fundamental level. The way he tries to create space for himself just to shoot a contested shot from a horrible spot is simply not going to cut it this season. But it seems like fellow Lakers and league superstar LeBron James seems to think that his struggling teammate can find a way to be effective once again in the upcoming season. So what did LeBron have to say about Russell Westbrook? During Lakers Media Day, LeBron was asked about his teammate and what he expects from him going into this season, and he had nothing but positive things to say. But in reality, even if he felt differently than his public thoughts, what else was he going to say? As the leader of this franchise and debatably the most influential player in the league, he had to stay positive to give the fans, the players, and Russell Westbrook himself some confidence in his ability to have a comeback season. When asked, LeBron said, "I look forward to being a part of this journey with him this year. It's going to be a great year for him, and we're going to be right there with him. We are here and it starts tomorrow. It's all about putting in the work, and when you put in the work, you see the results. So I'm looking forward to it." What I gather from this quote is that LeBron and likely the other players and management on this team have sat down with Russ and told him that his game has to change if he wants to have a spot on this roster, and it seems like Westbrook has agreed. LeBron is confident that his teammates could have a big response to his less than ideal play last season, and that shows. LeBron is not the type of guy to hold his tongue, and if he didn't believe in his teammate, I think he would have had a more calculated answer. Moreover, I'm unsure if he would have stated that he was going to have a great year. LeBron focused on putting in the work and getting results from that, and it seems that Russ has done just that. The work has been put in, and now it is time for Westbrook and the Lakers to reap the rewards. At least according to LeBron. But how reliable can those words be? And what type of player will Westbrook be now that he has changed his game? Can the Lakers expect real change from Westbrook? Westbrook was always the type of player to do it himself. He likes to have the ball, and he likes to have the play drive through him. He is the type of player to be on an away squad and yet have a triple-double because he had the ball so many times in the game. But now, he is on a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and he no longer needs to have the ball at all times in order to have his team reliably score points. The offense no longer has to go directly through him. In fact, it shouldn't. Of the 3 superstars on this team, it is clear that Russ is the worst of the 3, and if he is going to continue to break the flow and not follow the offensive system in place in LA, he's going to find himself on a plane headed for another franchise at some point in the season. However, there's no denying that Russell has the shooting talent to be an effective player on this squad, even if he changes his game up. He is a skilled shooter and a skilled ball mover. If he can focus less on getting the ball, creating space for himself, and shooting bad shots and focus instead on getting good positioning, waiting for the ball, and then taking a good shot, he can be the reason this team gets back to the postseason. His corner shooting can be lethal, and with players like LeBron and AD, there's no doubt that the ball can get to him if he just got to his position and waited for an open shot. Of course, that is going to come from immense personal sacrifice, and when you have been playing the same type of game for over a decade, I'm sure it is difficult to suddenly change your game at a fundamental level just to stay relevant on a sub-500 team. But if he doesn't change his game, is there any room for him on the Lakers roster? Will Russell stay a Laker for the entirety of the season? season. Of course, nothing in the NBA is guaranteed, including roster spots and playing time, especially not for Russell Westbrook this season. The Lakers have an abundance of guards trying to make the opening night roster and earn consistent playing time with the big club. And if Russ is not fitting into the system, I'm sure new coach Darvin Ham will not hesitate to sub him out for somebody more willing to fit into the Lakers mold. But if that happens, will the market be looking to take on a player with his salary and his obvious shortcomings? I think that the answer might be yes, but it is going to have to be a right situation. The Lakers only have one more shot with this core, as LeBron's contract is up at the end of his season, so the Lakers are going to want to be all in this year. However, the next two NBA drafts are loaded with some amazing talent, and it might not be so bad to turn in the opposite direction and try to look towards the future. I'm sure some of you are asking, why would the Lakers begin to tank if things don't look good early on? LeBron's oldest son, Brodie, is set to go first overall in the 2024 NBA entry draft. LeBron has already stated that he is staying in the league until he can play in the NBA with his son. If the Lakers are good this season, LeBron will likely stay, try to win a championship, and then maybe sign a one-year deal with a contending team to try and win another championship before he decides to sign a contract with whichever team has the honor of selecting first overall in 2024. But if the Lakers are looking bad this season, they could go full tank and sell both Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis in order to secure draft capital and then do all they can to draft both Victor Wembanyama this season and Bronny next season. To have a three-headed monster of LeBron James, Bronny, and Wembanyama, of course, drafting both of these superstars would be near impossible, and the team without Westbrook is still elite, so tanking without selling one of Davis or LeBron is essentially impossible. Moreover, I'm sure the option of winning 2 championships before playing with his son is much more appealing to LeBron than tanking for 2 full seasons. Another wrench in the tanking plan lies in the fact that Russell most likely won't entice too many of the good teams to want to give up any draft capital, especially if he can't find a way to play with talented players. Russell's apparent inability to be a producer with other skilled players making him a hard piece to move, and bad teams won't see him as a valuable asset, making him hard to ship off. But there are always situations in which GMs see diamonds in the rough and are willing to buy low, which might be what the Lakers have to do in order to remove him from their team. But I guess only time will tell. That's all we have for you guys today on the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the content, and we will see you all in the next video.